Alright, I have clicked my Go Live button on YouTube. I've got my gaming stream software on the side monitor. I've got my regular game up here. I am aware that the resolution of my video has dropped again. It's automatically detected. It automatically chooses whatever settings work best based on my internet, and this is what it is, and there's no way for me to change it. Sorry. Yeah, here we are, just waiting for chat to migrate over into my streaming software. And Geisha's already come to join me. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Oh. We have the AC on, so I am mildly chilly. Hence the blanket. But I was just getting settled, cat. Still waiting for chat to migrate. Come on. Oh, yeah, there you go. Good girl. And I'm going to show off this awesome new mouse pad that I just got. So it actually has like a little cave here that I can stick my hand into and keep my hand nice and warm. And it comes with a little wrist pad. And it's got a slot here for the wire to come through. And it's also got heating capabilities, where it plugs into a USB out port and it will heat the back of my hand. But I don't have the heater actually turned on. I'm just keeping the heat trapped in the mouse pad area and my fingers won't freeze. Chat is not migrating, so... Ah! Now chat has finally migrated. Fantastic. Okay. Ready to continue. And my drink today is watermelon. I will be drinking coal. I already talked about the video being lower resolution. Anyway, I was going to say I will be taking my hydration breaks every time I finish with a passenger. So we are now starting, I believe, morning of day 3, which is really night 3 because I don't know what I do during the days. I had the name of a Radix bar now, Stanzmaschine. I could try the odds that it was the spot Savvy and I were supposed to meet up the nights that she vanished. I opened the Neocab app like it was going to give me some answers. Nope. At least now I knew a few friendly faces in the city. Hopefully one of them needed a ride as badly as I needed some leads. Geisha's being super playful over on the side. Start shift. I've got my good driver rating. New entry in my journal. Back home. Map. I'm down here. I'm gonna go with Carlos because there's an achievement for solving some sort of medical mystery with Carlos. Driveway blocked. I'll wait for you on the corner instead. Thanks. Not again. Not doing what the PAX wanted could hurt my star rating, but pulling over in an AV zone would risk a stop from the LOPD. Not to mention a tick that would send me back some serious coin. I can't risk the ticket. I drive past the pen a block or so and pulled up to something or another. He flashed a grin as soon as he saw me. My stomach flipped. He was kind of handsome. Like, really handsome. Why don't the cute packs ever pop up at a good time? Instead, I was seconds away from stress eating the whole bag of super sours in the glove box. Welcome, the pick. Hey, Lena, right? That's me. Carlos, nice to meet you. I caught his eyes in the rear view. He seemed too happy for this time of night. Ah, gee, nice. Maybe not happy, exactly, more like normal. It was like spotting a rare bird. I love birds. I see you've been doing this a while? How can you tell? You keep your wrists very straight. RSI? It flares up every now and then. Do you have it too? No, but I can spot the signs. 'Cause he's a doctor! What do you do for a living? I take care of folks. There are some good exercises for the wrist you could try. I can send you some videos. Anna, it's luck of the draw. Thanks. Not a lot of people seem to care. Yeah, we got good at making our own little bubbles. I'm guessing you folks don't have great insurance? Lots of ice packs and wrist braces. You know how they treat RSI now if you're on the Capra plan, right? They knit this composite weave into the tendons in your wrist. A Capra zoomed in front of me and I felt a twinge below my palm. Like my body was rejecting the very idea of Capra getting inside my bones. I think I'll stick to wrist braces. Seems to me it's more about getting coders back to work than anything. You have to adjust the weave every few years with another surgery anyway. Sorry, didn't mean to drag you into a medical lecture. It's interesting. Glad you think so. Maybe I should start a podcast? Tendon Talk. Or Bone Chatter. Blood Gab. Bod Pod? Why am I always surprised when I get a nice packs? So, where are you headed? Well, this guy I know fell off a ladder. Might be a minor injury, might be serious. Won't know until I get there. A ladder fall? That's double the bad luck. Oh yeah, at least double. From the way he was breathing, it sounded like a bruised rib. Yanfei is fantastic. She is, like, budget version of clean. So that's why I'm headed over at 2 in the morning. But enough about my problems. It looks like you're having a rough night. Honestly, it has been a little rough. Well, tell me. It's been a weird night. My best friend dropped off the face of the earth. I don't know if she's ghosting me, or... Sounds like you need a better friend. A bester friend? We've got too much history for that. I get it, just stress is the biggest predictor of heart disease, you know? I pulled up to a modest low-rise haloed by the glow of fast food signs. Thank you so much, that was super quick. He flashed another smile at me in the rear view. I hope your friend is okay. Me too. All the videos on treating ribs are a little vague. Hey, let me ask you, do you think it's better to be in a compression wrap or run the risk of pneumonia? You're asking me? Aren't you the doctor? No, I never use the word doctor. But the way I looked at it this way, I watch the exact same training videos that doctors do. Relax, I have a pretty good treatment record. It's like I said, I help folks. And folks don't worry about what's hanging on my wall, you know? Actually, this is me. Anyway, this is me. Great to meet you, Lena. Maybe I'll run into you again. So my nice handsome Pax was a nice illegal doctor. Mockter. That's what he should call that podcast. I had to admire him for trying to help people. I couldn't imagine that health insurance was easy to come by in Automation City. I stretched my legs and heard something rattle on the floorboard. I reached under my seat. A bottle of pills. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Never heard of that. Prescribed by my doctor, Pax, to one Jonna Johnson? Cool. Super legit. Extremely illegal. I tossed them in the glove box. That's going to come back and bite me, I'm sure. Maybe I can return them to Carlos. Yes, let's go with that. Not a bad excuse to see him again. Wait, did he leave those behind on purpose? Carlos gave you 5. Don't want to be rude, but wish she could have met me where I asked. Went above and beyond. Thanks. I wish I could have met him where he asked too, but I definitely needed to not get greetings, Harold. Geisha, are you still zooming around? Yeah, you are. I'm getting a full charge. So we have Sam Lucas, we have Fiona Pack, and Anthony Colton. Let's go with Sam Lucas. He seems like this is going to be kind of iffy because he's only 3 stars, but I pulled up to the pen. What was Sam doing around kinfolk? What was he doing around kinfolk? The fences around this place were even higher than in Los Ojos, I don't know. He was carrying a movie box and talking with a guy I could barely see. Guess that was Lucas? Maybe this is some kind of rehab jobs program. Still, I was glad to see Sam out and about. A moving company wasn't the same thing as a dream bakery, but hey, it was a job. Oh, right, this is the guy who was in prison, and... Okay, yeah. I hoped you'd been able to scrounge up some cash for that special mixer. Hey there! Know where I can get a good cookie around here? No. Uh-oh, maybe his plan wasn't going so well. Sheesh, people still use these death traps? Great. My paying Pax was rude and he was drunk. Here, dude, let me at least hold the box for you. Oh, thanks, but I got it. There was an unmistakable sound of rattling glass and an eerie music box melody plinked from inside. Sounded like Sam's job wasn't going so great. Does she know where to go? She does, and you realize she can actually hear you, right? Ha! Love it. They should totally program some SAS variants into our AI. Give him that human touch. He tapped away on his phone, and I spotted a huge Capra sticker on the case. How's your night going, Lena? Oh, you know, never a dull moment. Yours? The glass rattled again with a broken warble. Not up for chit-chat. Got it. This night's been terrible, and that's my fault. It's nobody's fault, but I really appreciate what you're doing for me here. Dude, it's the least I could do. I can't believe I broke Cassie's music box. Cassie? Oh my god, did you find her? Did you find her? Wait, you know about Cassie too? Is your app spying on me or something? Look, I'm just trying to talk to Sam. Logan. Cassie is still missing. His voice was so miserable that even drunky Capraface kept quiet. Hang on, Aunt Cassie was missing? Didn't he find her new place? So, driver, I'm going to tell you what happened tonight. And you tell me how I can make it right with our friend here. No, really, it's fine. No, Cassie was your daughter, dude. I mean, she is. She still is, man. Something felt off here. What happened tonight? It's not easy to talk about. I was just bringing this music box home from getting its annual cleaning, and unfortunately there was an accident. Yeah, I was totally smashed, and I totally smashed it. That's awful. I'm so sorry. Thanks. It was just an accident. Don't you worry, driver. This guy's not getting home until I make things right. I could smell the whiskey on his breath and had to stop myself from gagging. I get it. You're not going to tell me how much the thing's worth. But I still want to throw some money your way to help out your daughter, you know? You think 180 is enough? They both went quiet and my head spun. Since when did Sam have a daughter? Something was up. What happened to all that cookie talk? Watch out! What? What is it? I thought I saw a deer. A deer? Yeah. They're out there. That's one way to change the subject. I wondered what would happen if I asked him about his time in the Los Ojos pen. Would he have a sudden sneezing fit? Perform some magic tricks? It's true, I saw one once. At the farmer's market on... Did he just fall asleep? For the moment. You don't want to know how many whiskey's bombs he downed earlier. I didn't know what was up. I needed to know what was up, but didn't want to wake Sleeping Beauty. Whatever you say, Sam. Look, please don't tell him anything. I'll explain everything when you drop him off. Great, I'd been conned by a story about cookies. Now he expected me to play along? Was he serious? Or, until I knew more, it was Geisha. Geisha, I can't see. I'm gonna go with the second option. Until I knew more, it was best to just stay quiet and keep an eye on Sam. Let's just not talk then. I feel like I'm going to get a migraine any second now. Are we there yet? If I wasn't in trouble, we could have taken a company car, but no. Oh, no, cat! No, cat! Gosh, people are just too nice in this city. I have no idea what I missed. So I got this new UPS battery backup to replace the 6-outlet strip that was holding all the power cords for all my computer and monitors and Wi-Fi and literally everything at my desk here. And earlier this week, Geisha stepped on the power switch for that 6-outlet strip, but it was literally just like a flip switch, so I mean, if she climbs down off the back of my computer, she could land on that and turn the power off. Okay, not great. So that finally convinced me to go ahead and get my UPS battery backup system, and it came, and I set it up on Friday, and Saturday morning, when I got it on Friday, there was a sticker on it that said, in order to turn the power off, you have to hold the power button for 2 seconds. So I'm like, great, Geisha can't possibly hold down a button for 2 seconds accidentally and turn it off. Sure enough, Saturday morning, she managed it. So as she was climbing down off the back of my computer just now, I was freaking out that she was about to turn off my power midstream, which would have killed my computer, both monitors, the modem, the router, everything at my desk would have been powered off because she is, whatever. Yeah, sorry for making you guys jump, but can't have Geisha turning off my power midstream. Also, it's not very good for the hardware either to be suddenly shut off like that. Baby girl. Yeah, I know. And after I finished my last passenger, I didn't take my drink. It was not during the replayed stream on Friday. I had gotten it set up earlier in advance, and she didn't actually turn the power off until Saturday afternoon sometime. But twice in 1 week, she's managed to suddenly shut off my power strip, so yeah, we're working on that. Okay. So I'm gonna go with how much was he angling to get out of this Capra clown? Since I have no idea what the context leading up to that was. Look, I appreciate you making sure I get home okay, but it's not necessary. I know it was an accident, so let's just call it even. No way, dude. I told you I'd make it right. Well... Sam's voice cracked, and for a second I almost felt for him. What if you made a donation to the foundation in her name? Buddy. Yes. How? I have my phone set up to take donations. There it was. A mugging was happening in my car. The victim just didn't know it yet. I had to laugh. What's so funny? Oh, nothing, just a billboard we drove by. Sam handed over his phone as Luke stared into space. Just scan your coin code and put in the amount. Wow, this guy really had no idea he was about to rob himself. What's the money for? Ocean conservation. She wanted to be a marine biologist. Bless her. Sounds like a cute kid. What difference did any of it make? This Capra guy would wake up tomorrow thinking he'd help some bereaved father and saved a few dolphins while he was at it. Unless he ran into Sam Logan again, like I did, he'd never even know he was robbed. I pulled up to the drop-off, which, for all I knew, may have actually been Sam's house. I'll get out here, too. Kinda need to walk it off, if you know what I mean. I can't thank you enough for your kindness. If Cassie were here... He actually choked up as he said this. I wondered what he thought of to make the tears real. Had there ever been a Cassie, aunt or daughter, in his heart? She will, buddy. She will be, buddy. I know it. He hopped out of the car with a hiccup. The smell of his whiskey lingered. Now it was just me and Sam, alone again. I flipped the lock so I could pin him down. I wanted answers. Look, I know I messed up. Let me give you some of this money. $60? Okay. I could practically feel the soft, comfy bed I'd be able to afford tonight. Sending it over. Done. Thanks. All this lying and stealing must keep you up at night? I sleep as well as anyone in Los Ojos. It's like the fact that the health code says a certain number of insect packs are allowed in our food. You're making your case by comparing yourself to roach legs? No, I'm saying we all probably eat a toddler's weight in roach legs in our lifetime. What's the harm in letting people think they're just chocolate sprinkles? With that, little Jim, he hopped out and walked right past the place where we'd stopped, disappearing into the shadows between the houses. I took a deep breath and noticed the telltale flickering of screens inside most of the windows. Whatever story got you through the days, I guess. Calling it even. Have a nice life. Yeah, gave me 3 stars. New message from Liam. Hey Lena. Thanks again for the ride. Great talking to you. Here's a picture I took at Sophie Lemieux's Visual. Do I post? Yes, no. Circle 1. Go for it. It's really a beautiful shot. Thank you. Okay, I'll put it up straight away. I think it was a good call. Maybe I was being silly earlier. Hope you have a great night. Hope to see you around. It was well after midnight, and I met my ride quota. I checked my field grid. Violet. I had it in me to push for one more ride, or I could call it early and get some rest. I'm going to push on. I pulled up to an old warehouse that had been turned into lofts. A band was loading up in front with stacks of amps and the 2 long-legged blue whale puppets with amplifier eyes. Driver, how many passengers have you had tonight? Why do you ask? Were they coughing at all? Showing any signs of infection? It's okay, I'd just rather know so I can protect myself. No, they seemed fine. Everything alright? We're basically walking sponges for all the sweat and slime that constantly ooze from our bodies. That's a pleasant thought. And a cab? It's a giant petri dish. So we'll see if I'm alright about 2 to 4 hours after exposure. I keep it pretty clean in here. Where are my manners? Nice to meet you, Lena. I'm Ned. I've been spending too much time around my grandson. Kids are like germ travel agents. That's true. Touch a Lego brick and boom! A virus has a one-way ticket to your immune system. You got any kids? No kids, just working up to getting a dog for now. Fantastic idea. Man's best friend. Well, certainly for this old-timer. Was I hallucinating? A low-flying drone must be back to reality. Nope, this was happening. Say, you look like a gal I can trust. Got an honest face. Have you heard that before? Actually, I hear that a lot. Just not the part about being a gal. Well, between you and me, I've noticed a few strange things happening around town these last few days. Have you seen anything suspicious? I drive a cab in the middle of the night, so... I see. Now, I know we like our fair share of drama in our little hamlet, but I saw something the day that cheerleader gal turned up dead behind the video store. And, well, a man can't be having scares like that my age. So, how old are you, Ned? Oh god, break! I know you see me like me, in my actual body. But normally, I'd appear to you as a middle-aged man named Ned. Normally? I wish you had a headset. It's way hard to practice like this. So, like, did you believe the character? Did you feel a mix of, what was it? Homespun charm and creeping murder mystery suspense? Ned, I need a little help understanding this. It's for an immersion. I'm actually a real actor, but the legit gigs never pay, you know? It's through Ojos Abiertos. Have you done one of their stories? Not yet. We're like any other emergent troupe. We bounce around the theater space, improvising characters that we get, like, the day before. So the customer in the headset can save the girl or slay the dragon or both. Whatever plot pack they bought. Tonight's menu features a gritty historical mystery set in, like, Y2K chill or something, featuring Ned, a schlub with a sordid tie to Ned Newbury High's beloved murder prom queen, blah blah blah. Wait, so Ned's the killer? I wish. Strictly supporting cast. A gloom settled over her. Savvy tried to drag me to this haunted house immersion last Halloween. One of my exes and one of her exes both ended up working there, and she said it would be like therapy to go to an axe murder them as evil zombies or whatever. I should have done it. I hear there's a pretty good art scene in Nello. It's not bad, and Capra makes a big thing about supporting local spots, so that's cool. Until they invent an AI to replace us. Sounds familiar. Once I had some tourists who were convinced I was an AI. A super realistic AI. Uh-huh. She stared at her hands, and then the gloom settled back over her. Sorry, they just dropped a bunch of new plots on us last night. Can I run another character by you? Okay, I'll play along. Anything to keep me from obsessing about Savvy? Sure. Lifesaver. Okay, on tonight's menu I have 2 more characters. Frul, the dark Antraxis spiderling who guards the Mirror of Many Faces, or Thora, a bad girl witch who pulls you into hijinks at Cauldron Academy. Let's go with Thora, a high-maintenance friend with a strange power over you, way too close to— oh, no. Gotta say Frul. Okay, so imagine I'm 10 feet tall, I have 8 legs, countless glimmering eyes, and smoke billows out of my gaping maw. Cool? Is the— Silence, manfolk! She stamped her foot so hard it shook the front seat. What be the meaning of such disturbance to the most precious slumber of the Antraxis? What's an Antraxis? I just smash consonants together when I play fantasy. So manfolk come to play with Frul. Thinks she's so clever, but she'd be a fool. I'm no fool. So it be, Frul can tell manfolk her nature. Treasure hunter, yes? Yes, beast, so hand it over. Not so simple, not so simple. Piece of treasure is great indeed. Answer Frul's riddle, and manfolk will get what manfolk seek. Though the Mirror of Many Faces may not be what manfolk think. Riddle me, Frul. Listen carefully. How many manfolk work for Neocab? That's your riddle? Yes, yes, a diabolical tricksy riddle. Only our kind know these. At night we frolic in the house of the All-Mother, and draw forth tricksy riddles from her breast. This took a turn. Ooh, tricksy beastie. Now guess before Frul eats a manfolk snack. How many manfolk people worked for Neocab? Did I even know that? We don't exactly have conferences. 300? Wrong! Wrong! Manfolk be wrong! What's the answer then? The answer is none! Enough of your tricks, Antraxis. Yes, many manfolk say they work for Neocab, but none of them actually do any work! No, no, I will not be defeated! Manfolk lose. Now manfolk must die! And break. Guess I got fooled. Sorry, he got angry faster than I expected. Should I tone him down? Nah, I liked him. He just wants to be left alone in his cave. Hey, that was really helpful. Thanks for playing along. I think Frul might have some legs. When we got close to the theater, the sky lit up with roaming spotlights and okay. A Blackie computer flashed fatal error inside a passing cloud. A witch winked at me, then zoomed away on her broom. Look at that, it's showtime. Good luck in there, Ned and Frul. Thanks, we'll be fine. Hopefully I won't be doing this much longer anyway. Take care. Her shoulders were slumped as she slipped past the lines of the doors. No one recognized her as a person they were paying to see perform, but of course they wouldn't. Right now, she was in character only as herself, and that didn't really seem like a role she wanted much at all. Ah, yes. Finished my drive. Thanks for being a good sport, treasure hunter. Launch Crasher. I'm gonna stay in the super expensive hotel because I get an achievement for it. I'll probably regret this later, but at least I get the achievement. I booked it. Holy crap. The Los Ojos Babylon was designed by this famous architect who's dead now. He came out of retirement to arrange its 60 stories in perfect accordance with mathematical principles from the Qin dynasty. He said that each story should look like a gift from the gods. So there's that, and also, free parking! A glass elevator took me from the garage to the golden lobby. I stepped out into a smoke leather mist shower. I knew that's what it was because that's what the sign said. A staff member greeted me by name, ran a glass through the champagne fountain for me, and asked if this was my first time at the Babylon. I didn't hear her the first time because I kept staring at the glass of champagne, trying to understand if I'd actually just gotten it for free. Is this your first day with us? Is it that obvious? She just smiled and gestured to the champagne. I got in the elevator with the elevator operator, who took me to my suite on the Star Sailor floor. What number floor was that? A big one? I had to keep reminding myself that I had paid for this. I did belong here, at least for a little while. How are you finding the Babylon, Lena? Said the operator in a thick Australian accent. Yeah, I don't do accents. It's a lot. Cool beans. I spent 5 minutes looking for the Chancellor's suite before I realized I was in it. The whole floor was mine. The 1970s furniture showroom, the 4-color Warhol painting of my face, the windows overlooking the peaks of the city. I'd never been so high up in my entire life. This was a maze. What if I just wanted to go to sleep? According to the menu projected on the living room Rodin, I had a couple options. Ooh, dinner, spa treatment, tailor, or bed. I'm gonna call for spa treatment. A woman in a crisp white smock showed up with towels and robes. I changed and followed her down to the juvie spa on the glow floor. She didn't say one word the entire time. I didn't understand half the things on the menu. I'm going for a pedicure. And OMG, I didn't know it was possible to feel that relaxed. Once I was back in the room, I flipped. Experimental spa treatments? What was this place? If I were back in Cactus Flats, there'd be a million people I'd message to come over and see this. You know who would love this? My mom. We always talked about doing this, spending a day in a fancy hotel. It was late, and there was still dinner and the tailor left, as well as, apparently, a zoo? The phone rang. I picked it up, and it was a message to let me know that the phone itself was a gift, for me to take home. What? It was all so much. I went to bed. I mean, you could have fit a large family into that bed. I pulled the blankets around me. The bed was so soft. There was a book on the nightstand about the making of the bed. I glanced at the chapter on the mattress, and it was something to do with Egyptian geese. I didn't care. I just fell asleep. In the morning, I had a shower, great water pressure, and you could make it any color you wanted, and called the elevator. As I left, my face in the Warhol painting disappeared and was replaced by nothing. One of the staff helped me to check out and dipped a glass into an orange juice fountain. Did you love your stay very much? So much. I'd love to come back. We'd love to have you. For the record, I was reading the prompts from the game. I was not actually saying my personal mother would have loved this. I got back in the car and drove a couple blocks before I turned on the NeoCab app. I brushed a glitter off my sleeves. When was there glitter? I got a PAX, 5 minutes away. Wait, never mind. They canceled. I went back to work. I felt rested, but a little groggy, like my mind was wrapped in a synth felt blanket. At least my feel grid was chilling in the deep green. My fourth night in Los Ojos. Is this my life now? Making just enough coin to scrape by, never seeing the sun, on an endless search for my friend? It was starting to feel surreal, like the moment the cameras panned to the dark figure laughing in the doorway and you just know, oh, she's doomed. I still hadn't checked out Stanzmaschine, the closest thing I had to a lead in this place. Start shift. $2 per bar. Almost $2 per bar. Better. Yikes, a little low when I didn't know I'd be able to charge up again. It would cost me $1.30 per 37, but here I was. I'll pay for 2 bars. Una St. Clair, the Quantum Witch. Una slid into the back seat. Hello again. Any progress on, the quantum thing? The quantum thing? We really need to get you a textbook. But yes, I've made some progress. I'm now gathering more information, which is why you're heading to... Is this right? City Hall? Yes, they're announcing where the new municipal spaceport is going to be built. At midnight. Very dramatic. Here's hoping they announce the choice with a balloon drop. That would be unexpected indeed. So there are 3 neighborhoods being considered, or maybe I should say, threatened. The world is about to change for one of them. Uncertainty of that magnitude has a very strong feeling. Yeah, it's called dread. No. Couldn't you just hang around with people as they played lottery tickets? Or unwrap presents, or, I don't know, went on blind dates? Those are small scale, almost like snacks. I need a meal. It's difficult to find large groups of people generating this kind of energy. The nurses shoo me away when I hang around the hospital. Large-scale sporting events are an option, of course. But I've learned the hard way to regard my own comfort as an essential variable. I wondered if my worry about Savvy was helping her. At least I was of service to the fabric of space-time or whatever. I know what you're thinking. Oh? No. Good, because this whole thing is kind of weird. You're wondering if you should take Oblette or Isidore Street. You'll take both. Not quite what I had in mind. Oh, the timeline will branch in... Wait for it. Una waited. My body tensed up. I held my breath. And I totally missed the turn onto Isidore Street. There! Did you feel it? The literal branching of timelines? No. I believe you will someday. Cole, I told you! Malcolm keeps saying it's Wii Fit Plus as a joke. He knows it's not actually going to be Wii Fit Plus. He says it because it's funny. You're the only one who doesn't think so. I have the... What did my mother used to say? Receipts. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Quantum statisticians can be annoying this way. Statisticians. So, I have a question. I know you're into randomness and entropy, but... what do you actually do? That's a fair question. Fixing reality is strictly a hobby. I'm a little embarrassed to say it, but mostly I get paid to recover past phrases. That's it? It's not easy. Well, it's a little bit easy, for me. I just thought we'd do more once we'd cracked multiple dimensions, like... world peace. Yes, we've looked into that, and trust me, no one wants to live in that waking nightmare. Dreadful. Just awful. I think I want your job. I'm not surprised to hear you say that. You live closer than most to the quantum realm. How so? You choose your passengers, don't you? Sometimes I get a feeling. So you do feel it. Each choice is a branch. The other version of you with that other passenger? She exists. I'm not sure if you're up on your Tate-Kearney theory, but it's been proven. Why aren't I her, and vice versa? That's exactly the right question, my dear. Most people don't ask the right question. You could be quite good at this. I wasn't sure I wanted to be good at whatever this was. I could teach you. If you had access to a 512-qubit quantum compiler, and assuming you knew your foundational statistics, of course, and had 20 hours a week for problem sets. So I'm not going to learn how to be a witch, is what I'm hearing. Ha! Perhaps not quite yet. Anyway, it's all more complicated these days. When I started, the compilers only had 32 qubits, if you can believe it. I laughed. You didn't nod. You could have nodded. The way the world branches in the subtlest ways. It's interesting, isn't it? I was starting to feel weird. Paralyzed. Every choice. Not just every choice, every action. Not even every action, every thought. Where did the decision happen? In a neuron? Yes. One of mine. There's no way getting around, Alina. You're in the driver's seat here. Ha. Whew, it must be exhausting to be Una. Una tapped the back of my seat. Hello? Sorry, zoned out for a second there. I was saying, get ready for it. For what? Una looked out the window. There's the other versions of us. The Una and Lena that took Isidore Street. They'll merge with us in a moment. Wait for it? Wait. I wonder what kind of conversation they had. I'm thinking companionable silence. My extensive training in quantum statistics indicates that is very unlikely. Una shuddered. It was like a wave passed through her. There. That was it. I didn't know what I felt. Either way, we were at City Hall. The timelines have merged again. It always makes me feel better, like I have a little more of myself. I'll need it all to handle this announcement. There's going to be yelling. Wait. How do you live like this? It was upsetting at first. Running problem sets on a quantum computer, understanding they were all happening at once. And so, by extension, was everything else. But the math checks out. These are simply the cards we've been dealt. So you've made your peace with it. I've come to find it utterly liberating. There are no wrong answers because they are all inevitable anyway. That other version of me, that other you, all those other rides. Maybe we'll meet up at the end, all of us. Probably not. But that's okay. I wished I had her perspective. A life without regrets sounded so much more peaceful. Oh, I need to get in there. A neighborhood is about to be ruined. She slid out of the car and dashed towards City Hall, slipping between knots of protesters gathered outside. They were all fired up, chanting and waving signs in the middle of the night. It made sense. They were fighting for their homes. I wondered what would happen if Una told them they would fail and also succeed. Would everyone just give up and leave? Luna perched on the stage near the podium, draped a blanket over her legs, and closed her eyes. I wished all of us luck. And then I took a drink because I finished my passenger. Okay, I'm head to the Stance Machina. Stance Machina was all dramatic haircuts, pounding bass, and scowls. And that was just the outside. The bouncer loomed in front of the door like a boulder. Given my complete lack of a poker face and an outfit that was still more Cactus Flats than Luz Rouge, I didn't look the part. I'm still showing the stream as live. I don't know why why other people are having problems. And there. So I could pretend I left something inside. Maybe I could flirt my way in, or I could try bribing them and sending the few coin their way. I'm gonna go with bribery. I took a breath and... Hey, Neocab. It's you! It's me. You lost? Not exactly. Hey, maybe you can help me. I'm looking for someone. What? No, how are you? No, hey, Azul, nice to see you. Sorry. How are you? Listen, Azul, I know, I'm just kidding. Jeez. It's actually kind of good to see you. From the one time that I gave you a ride. Didn't get to thank you for what you did. Cole, the whole thing about this game is that Lena, the cab driver, is looking for her friend Savvy, who disappeared. And this location is my one lead on her. You're welcome. It was really decent of you. Not what I expected. You got me where I needed to go. Not a lot of drivers would do that. Guess I'm not a lot of drivers. That's a good thing. You ever consider giving it up? This wasn't exactly what I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't risk Azul shutting down if I didn't humor them. Maybe one day. I recommend it. Huh, although I guess it doesn't matter if you want to quit or not. Capra's gonna make that decision for you. Typical Capra. Yeah, typical Capra. You know that's how I lost my arm, right? I didn't. Yeah, and this was years ago. Guess there's no consequences when you're a megacorp. Even if you're spewing death traps all over the roads. Listen, I'll pass on a lesson. Don't play chicken with those things. They love to talk about their 99.999% safety rating or whatever. Want to know the truth? I wanted to know a truth, but maybe not this one, at this moment, when I came here because I needed info on my friend. So, I needed to stay on their good side. Sure. Look at their promos real close. There's an asterisk by the last 9 in the 99.9%. Isn't there always? Correct. That their 99 point whatever rating is only against other AVs on the Capra Mesh network. Their sensors see each other with perfect clarity. But that's the only testing they've ever done as far as we know. So some kid coming home late from study hall crossing in front of a Capra? Just a smudge on its lens. And a settlement that only covered about a quarter of my bills. I felt for Azul. They were a little rough around the edges, but no one deserved that. Ugh, I hate them. At least we agree on something. That's why I was so messed up the other night, in your cab. Bad memories. I get it. I'm sure you do, but you're probably not here to hear my life story. So why are you here? Ah, finally! I need to get inside. I'm looking for a friend. She's gone missing. Her name's Sabby, and... Everything in Azul's expression changed, and they stood up straighter. Sabby. You know Sabby? You know Sabby? No, seriously, Neocap. You know Sabby? Yes. Why do you think she's in there? Because this is the only Radix club I know? And you're what, her friend? Business associate? She's my best friend. Can I please just get inside? I need to know she's safe. Who says she's in trouble? Look, I saw her first thing when I got into town. She seemed pretty worked up about something. Said she'd explain when we met up in an hour or two. When she finally texts me a pin, I race over there and she's gone. But there's her phone smashed up on the pavement. Huh, probably had a temper tantrum or something, smashed the phone and blew you off. She's intense like that. Was this a game? Azul was playing devil's advocate with Sabby's safety. This is too much, even for her. And she would never leave her phone behind. But I figured I should come here because when I picked the phone up, there was this Radix sticker on it. Yeah, obviously. Why obviously? Because Savvy's not just part of Radix. Savvy, like, is Radix right now. That sounds insane. Savvy's totally not the Radix type, or I mean, she wasn't a year ago. I guess anything was possible. I'd seen her reinvent herself more than once. Yeah, well, things change, Neocab. Plus, it's easy to become Queen Radix when your boyfriend is the de facto king. Radix is non-hierarchical, there are no leaders, but it's definitely got cool kids. High school all over again. Who's the boyfriend? Jace. You don't know who she's dating? You don't sound like a great best friend. We lost touch for a bit. Okay, so Savvy came in with Jace a couple months ago, wrapped around him like a scarf. Suddenly, she's at all the meetings. He's looking at her like she's this manic pixie bike girl. She's got all these bright ideas to take down Capra, and it's like, I don't know, classic. Do you think Capra might be tracking her? If she's high up in Radix now? Do you think there's anybody in LO Capra's not tracking? I don't think that's it. But I'll tell you what I do think. I think it's no surprise she's gotten into hot water. Why not? Because that's how this goes. Savvy, listen, I know her. And I know her type. She's smart, she's dynamic, she's pretty, she's charming. She is a dream girl. I mean, everybody's kind of in love with her. Everybody wants her time. One night she's with Jace doing political organizing. Next time I see her, she's hanging out with some edgy DJ. Then the other day, I'm passing Capra Tower and I see her with this tech bro douchebag. Like happy guy straight out of Central Casting, wearing a hoodie and everything. And hey, you'll like this, Neocab. She's getting into his car. Do you know who he was? I only got his first name. Said something like her and friend Charlie were gonna go talk. But she said friend like, you know. Like there was something going on. I don't know. Oh, don't worry about him. He's just a friend. That tone. Do you have a thing for Savvy? What, do you? I told you, I'm her friend. But it sounds like you're... interested. Whatever. Point is, I'm trying not to get involved. Seems like a recipe for drama, and that's some stuff I don't need. I just need to know if she's okay. Wish I could help. Can I at least go in and ask around? Nah, you did a nice thing for me, Neocab, but I'm not letting you in. Stas Machina isn't your scene anyway. I won't tell them I'm a driver. Hey, you see your car over there? Yeah? Well, so did that camera up there. Second, you got out, you got scanned. Or, well, your face did. There's no way you're getting in now. I'll probably have to answer just for talking to you. Is there anything I can do? She'd probably just follow the trail of dude she leaves in her wake. In other words, talk to Jace. Find someone who cares. You know, I've had it. I mean it. Find someone who'd notice she's missing, like the guys who follow her around like puppy dogs. Right, so Jace. Jace, hot DJ, Capra Charlie. Easier than trying to get any Radix to talk to a death dealer. I'm a death dealer now? Since the minute you got your license. Ugh. It's been great catching up, Neocab, but I'm on the clock. Aren't you? It's been a real pleasure. You're welcome for all that help. Drive safe. I waved and headed back to the road. Follow the dudes. Jace I knew about, and when had Sabby not been stringing along some DJ? But hopping into a car with a Capra type? That didn't add up. Charlie. He must be the one she was meeting the night she disappeared at that rich person dorm, Kinfolk. I didn't exactly have much to go on, but a clue was a clue. No, I did not click the link in the description. Because I knew it wasn't a playlist. Savvy equals Queen Radix. Everybody is kind of in love with her. Jace is the de facto king of Radix. DJ, hot and edgy. Charlie, Capra bro. A glowing holographic arc welcomed me to the Steve District. Cartoon bots bounced around the words science, technology, endeavor, and virtual entertainment. Anthony, so sorry to ask, but we need a favor. If it's cool, my pen is in the wrong place. Could you pull up to the corner instead and we'll hop in? Seems fastest. Every time. Not doing what the PAX wanted could hurt my star rating, but pulling over in an AV zone would risk a stop from the LOPD. Not to mention a ticket that would send me back some serious coin. At this point, I can't risk losing the star. I pulled right up to the pin and right inside a clearly marked Capra loading zone. My headlights hit one of the cars and it froze in that weird too fast AV way, almost like you scared it. Almost like they weren't the thing to actually be afraid of. Let's just try this. It's gonna be a maze blaze. Did you actually just say, never mind, whatever. Hey, what's up? Where to? There's no destination set. Nothing's up, No, I was saying hey to the Neocab girl. Are you supposed to talk to them? She probably hadn't been driven by a human in years. I'm telling you, this is a totally authentic way to experience Los Ojos. She's like a sommelier of the urban map. A mobile concierge, if you say so. I hoped I'd gotten away with my illegal stop this time. Did that cop car snap a shot of me? Concierge services are extra. Hey, she's feisty. That's funny. I like that. Don't call women feisty. The fire. Ha, I love it. Driver, my name is Anthony, and this here is Risa. We're on a first date, and we're looking to benefit from your totally authentic perspective as, like, the soul of Los Ojos. Got any personal insights? Where does someone like you go for a great drink? What kind of stuff are you into? Boutique experiences. We want to go, like, off the beaten path. But, like, also kind of deconstructed and possibly spiritual? This was your fun, surprising date? Getting a Neocab driver to plan it? Just so you know, Risa shared with me that she has some boundaries around human drivers. No, like, all I said was safety. She's more of an autocar person, you know, so don't take it personally if she's kind of a nervous burger. Hey, that's not... Can you just tell her to take us someplace with drinks, please? And you definitely want me to pick. Most definitely, deft driver. I'm gonna go with I don't know Los Ojos very well yet, sorry. Okay, cool. Nah, that's okay. I totally get that. Risa, what were you suggesting earlier? I said we should go to that Piccadilly Circus place rather than pile in this death trap. Piccadilly Circus, right. Okay, driver, to Piccadilly Circus. You got it. So, your profile said you run a tech incubator? Yeah, but I don't like to say I run it, you know? It sounds really hierarchical, and everyone's ideas matter. What have you created that I might have heard of? Right, you're in tech too. Yeah, I don't like to say I created any of it. I take in all the ideas from the team, and then we see what emerges. It's like a birth. Oh. It's also like leeching. I'm sure you can relate. The air was getting thick. Never a good sign on a date. I just kept my mouth shut. Oh, how about yourself? Tell me about yourself. Well, I guess my job is the most important thing to me. I work a lot. I'm doing really crucial training for AI that... Oh, I totally get you. It's not the most accessible topic, I admit. It makes it harder to meet people since... Meeting people is so important, though. You just gotta connect. Like, watch this. What's your name, driver? I'm Lena. Lena, nice. You're a really good driver, Lena. I respect your skill sets. Isn't it more efficient to just say skills? Would it be okay with you two if I just drive? To be honest, I'd prefer you focus on that. What? Do you even follow the body count on Capra billboards? I mean, I see them, but is this really the best place to talk about all that? Because of the human driver, you mean? She's just trying to drive the car without murdering anyone, and you're treating her like your personal shopper or whatever. I just love it when Pax talk about me like I'm not there. Wow, I'm feeling a lot of negativity from your side of the cab, Risa. Human drivers kill people, do they not? Bad vibes. I'm just trying to be realistic. Some driver drove his car through a block party in Luge Rouge, a car just like this one. I nodded. They've been trying to ram all this anti-car legislation around here for years. This is bigger than Los Ojos, though. If a law goes through, it could grow into an international movement. And technically, it's not even like a law yet. It's a bill. Sophie's bill. Like she's a duck. Wait. Am I going to be out of a job? No, that's a myth. Automation doesn't take jobs away. It just kind of shifts them. You mean displacement? This one is a good driver. She'll be fine. The auto car economy will create opportunities for people like her. This one, people like her. Wow. Just wow. These are just such harsh places to go on a date. Are you okay? I'm fine. I don't have a problem with emotional subjects. Not you. I was doing a check-in with our driver. You're seriously asking me if I'm okay if my job is being eliminated? Not eliminated, just evolved in some way. I just feel we need to back up, flip it, reverse it here, Lisa. This person is a compassionate professional, and she's been showing us this magical time, and you're wielding your tech industry privilege to silence her. I had to admit. I don't know which one I want to pick, because I don't really like either of them. He was actually meeting me side with her. And this here is a proud woman. I'm pretty sure she's of color, and she's a crucial part of the fabric of our working society. The driver has a name. Oh, you remember it? Yes, it's... Lena. Right. It's a beautiful name. How is that spelled? You're being a condescending jerk, Anthony. That was rich, coming from her. Lena and I have a connection, right, Lena? Sure. Maybe I should hang out with Lena instead. Go ahead, fine. Hold on a second. I get it, you're busy moving people and changing lives. I respect that, but I'll definitely hit you up for another ride. I'm totally all about the human driver thing. It's flawed and risky. But so are our hearts, right? Please stop the car. I'm getting out. Are you serious? Obviously, yes. I was happy to put this date out of its misery. Bye-bye, negative energy. Thanks for reminding me why I prefer Capra. I bet you look at, like, fractals instead of memes. Fractals are cool! I'm really sorry about that, Amiga. I guess in a way it's kind of on me. I shouldn't have pushed her. It's cool. I actually kind of liked your date idea. Really? See, you get it. I just wanted her to, like, appreciate your work. Seriously, don't worry about it. It's fine. You're really nice. You have a super soothing energy. See you around, maybe? Whoa, check it out! Smuggler's Hideaway! My favorite bar in Los Ojos. This has to be a universe thing. We put it out there and we beat all those bad vibes. This is totally our reward. Let me get you a drink. My way of saying thanks and, like, saluting your energy. My face flushed hot. I wish I could, but I'm meeting my friend soon. For sure, for sure. Maybe another time, Lena. And I'm totally giving you 5 stars. He did a little prayer hands nod to me as he crossed the street. I couldn't help thinking it was kinda cute. Maybe his next Neocab date could be with me. And now I get pulled over. Oh god, not now. I've seen LAPD officers on the news before. The cold black screens where their faces should be. I pulled over, hands on wheels, eyes up, deep breaths. We've had some compelling reports about neocabs on the road tonight. What have I done wrong? One moment, Miss Romero. He turned away, but I could hear him speaking in a hushed tone. On every channel? This one must have hit the wrong people. We'll get the word out. How much was this going to cost me? No. It couldn't be her. His visor. I sat up straighter, trying to keep my expression blank. If you couldn't tell, he's got Savvy on his face as a missing wanted person. There she was, her face on every screen, bathing the light city in a blood-red glow. Savvy. What have you done? Wanted for IP theft, fraud, and trespassing. Ma'am? Who is that? Someone who's about to get for 15 minutes. For all the wrong reasons. And look, I'm legally obligated to ask you this. Have you seen the individual pictured on this bulletin? I shook my head. Yeah, why would a neocabbie ever know a Capra employee? She must have been pretty high on the food chain, too. Don't put out citywide APBs for rogue janitors, do they? Well, report any sightings of this criminal right away. That'll be all. Drive safely, ma'am. Savvy was wounded, and I just lied to the LAPD. And what had he meant by Capra employee? No way she was working for them. Right? This couldn't be happening. Somewhere in the city was Savvy's apartment, with the extra room all set up for me and the bricks of sage incense squirreled away in every closet. Would I ever see that place? Would I ever see her again? New message from Liam. Hey Lena, it's Liam. You know I can see your name, right? I don't like to assume. Glad to be in your contacts. How are things going on your end? Somewhere between Eesh and Yikes. Well, I hope it's closer to Eesh. Reason I'm texting is I just met a pretty cool person. A quantum witch! Una, the statistician? Statistics? We're talking about the same Una? This lady's a straight-up science witch. Oh, she says she knows you too. What are the odds? The odds are odd. Right? We've been talking all night about random things that aren't really random and the difference between impossible and improbable, and also zombie cats. Anyway, Una says hi. Gonna go check out this spot Rumgetti now. Have a good one. Stay cool, Liam. Liam and Una. Now there was a match made in quantum heaven. I had no idea how I could help fix a timeline. I just wanted to fix my own life at the moment. At least I was making a name for myself in this town. One quantum witch at a time. It was well after midnight and I met my ride quota. I was feeling blue. I had no need to push for one more ride or call it early and get rest. I'm pushing on. Pickup request. Can't get him because I'm not 5 stars. That's 132. Aganon it is. Probably gonna get another 3-star rating and drag it down. The Pax's eyes were dim as he dropped into the back seat. The Pax's eyes were dim and he looked like the goth phase Savvy and I went through. I still kind of miss the eyeliner. He was headed to the 5th Street subway station. Could that be right? I didn't know people still took the subway. Aganon only sighed. I pulled into traffic and left him to his mood. I had my own things to stew about. I should have been with Savvy by now, drinking to my new life in Los Ojos. A nice spicy margarita. Made by a robot, presumably. Now I didn't even know if she was dead or alive. Aganon found my eyes in the rearview mirror. He pulled his lips into a tight, joyless smile. Lena, right? That's me. Lena, you look about as bad as I feel. It's been a rough week. Oh, I'd say it's been more than a week. Glad to know I'm not alone. Oh, definitely not. It's the only constant I find. Okay, let's hear it. What's the story? He gazed out the window. It would take too long to tell. Besides, it's the feeling that matters. I'd heard a lot of sad stories inside this car, and told a few of them myself, too. Something told me this one was going to be a little new. Being in a bad mood together just feels kind of good, doesn't it? It does. He was quiet, but I could almost feel him forming something to say. It was intense. You seemed like, He wrung his long fingers on his lap. May I tell you about something very important to me? Sure. What is it? Aganon's voice dropped deeper, like he was speaking from inside a cave. You carry me now on my nightly quest to seek the Pain Worm. It is called Metowopian, the dark leviathan that rolls beneath Los Ojos, feasting. We nourish it, you see, you and I, millions like us, and soon. Very soon, Metowopian will emerge, bellowing its cry of infinite despondence. It will consume all of our pain. All of it gone. Forever. Well, that's just terrifying. Also, the city will be destroyed. Oh. What a time to be alive. Aganon made a hissing sound. I decided to leave him to his gloomy silence. It was so dark I almost missed the subway station. There was only a flickering sign over a dingy stairwell. He seemed like he was waiting for me to say something. Hey, at least we're feeling something, right? If we didn't, the Pain Worm would starve. In his dark coat, he moved across the street like a shadow and disappeared into the subway tunnel. I wondered what kind of rituals he was going to get into down there. Or maybe he'd just hop a train to the suburbs. Nah, definitely rituals. Yeah, 3 stars. Thought so. New message from Carlos. Hey, not sure if you remember me, Carlos? I think we might have made plans to host a medical podcast together. Maybe a weird question, but I was wondering if I left something in your car on accident? Yes, I got them. Ah, amazing, you're a lifesaver. Maybe literally. Yikes, are they that important? Not for me to say. Patient confidentiality. Oh, yeah, obviously, haha. Afraid I have to ask a favor. I'm stuck at the clinic with patients all day. Could you drop the pills here? Sure, be there ASAP. Despite the fact that it's well after midnight and I need to go to bed now. In-game. That's amazing, thank you. The clinic's in south corner of Frontera. I'll drop you a pin. Basically, if you hit the border, you've gone too far. Oh, by the way, noticed yesterday were you wearing a field grid? Remind me to ask you about that when you get here. Got something you might be interested in. Thanks. Back to my cheapo Motel Azteca. I was actually looking forward to the dreams this time. Anything to keep my mind off of whatever was going on with Savvy. I let myself drift off, trying to prime my thoughts for the flying sensation again, and sure enough, I slowly realized that I was back in my old room. This time, I had a body. It was healthy and fast and strong and beautiful. I realized that I didn't need to fly. Just pushing my feet into the ground felt incredible, like each step was the first breath after coming up from underwater. I felt like I was living for the first time. I couldn't wait to see where my feet were carrying me. You guys are spelling languages wrong, by the way. But then I realized it wasn't my body. I didn't know whose it was. Someone thicker and taller, and hairier and thinner, and I didn't know what shape I was anymore. I was looking at this body from the outside, and then I was looking at a lot of them. It's called Pig Latin, by the way. They piled on top of me higher and higher. I started to suffocate under the weight of these bodies. My last breath was someone else's heel jammed into my mouth like a cork. I don't have great dreams at this motel. Nobody saw me die. I woke up covered in sweat and grabbed a Danish on my way out. It was over an hour before I could force myself to eat it. It was actually pretty delicious. Back to work. Pig Latin is nothing like actual Latin. Pig Latin is taking the first letter of a word and putting it at the end of the word. And doing that for the entire sentence, basically. So Pig Latin becomes ig pay atin lay, which is nothing at all like the actual Latin words for pig or Latin. Five nights since my best friend had become a fugitive and left me to fend for myself in Automation City. But the city felt different tonight. I couldn't put my finger on it. There was this energy in the air. Attention. Static building up. Liam, stuck in the protest madness. Can I get a rescue? The Radix action. Azul's weird warnings made sense now. Trapped in protest. Getting scary. Can you get me? Allie too? What was she doing at an anti-cap event? My phone pinged again. What was going on? New message from unknown. Nina. It's Savvy. Are you okay? First things first. Oh, Bunny, I'm so sorry. I've been trying to find a safe way to test. I need your help. It's amazing to talk to you. Tell me you're okay. It's really complicated right now. Need help. Please tell me where you are. Can't say right now. Is it really you though, Savvy? Trust me, it's me. I had to trash my old phone. Can't risk using the camera or would send you a pic. But seriously, who else calls you the L Bunny? I just needed to make sure. It's been a weird week. Literally ask me anything. What did you break at my 19th birthday? OMG, you're so paranoid. I broke your favorite mug. It was shaped like an avocado. Okay, maybe it's you. When we were 17, a gang of stupid rich boys yelled at you from their gross white pedo van. Called you bad names. You came to me crying and you wanted to move or whatever, and I said, whatever, we can teach him a lesson. So you tracked them... So I tracked them down and found them at their man cave frat house. Are you convinced yet? Kinda. Lol. We found the van parked out back and came locked and loaded. You with your glitter bomb, me with my spray paint. The van looked way better with its new paint job. You're the best. I want to see you, Savvy. Finally? Okay. This is actually super urgent. Are you in your car? My friends need a neocab now. This Sophie's protest is a mess. Everyone within 5 blocks is getting gassed. Open your app. Do you see Jace? He needs to get out. That's your boyfriend, right? Right. At least she confirmed it. Lena, please just go get him now. We can meet up after, soon. Okay, I'll see if I can even find him. You're my favorite! There's all of 3 people watching right now. And I've got 3 options here. There's Liam, my very first ride, and friend from the beginning. There's Sus Jace, who is the boyfriend of my missing best friend. Or there's Allie, who was one of my rides one time. And Geisha's just winning weird. I'm gonna go with Liam. The streets flash red and blue with the lights of LAPD cruisers. Broken glass and trampled cardboard signs littered the sidewalks. Driving past, I caught only hints of words on the protest signs. Cars, blood, Capra. A pair of cops shoved a screaming protester into a car as others herded stragglers away from the scene. However bad this had gotten, it looked like things were coming to an end. I worried what Savvy would think of me, leaving her boyfriend stranded in this chaos. But I had to look out for the few people I knew in this town. People like Liam. But where was he? Come on, buddy. Gotcha. He was tucked away in an alley, looking down at his camera, trying to make himself small as possible. I caught his eye and he waved. This time he wasn't smiling. You okay? I'm really sorry for bringing you into this mess. Don't worry about it. It's my job. Neocab goes where Capra's not welcome? Well, thanks. I just couldn't be there anymore. It's all It's really bad, Lena. What happened? I just came to get a few shots of the crowds. People in dazzle makeup, cool signs and projections on buildings. The whole group showed up in bloody ballet outfits, a tribute to Sophie, 1,000 red field grids. It was intense. And then... Wait, stop the car! What? Look! My heart leapt into my chest. Was I about to hit someone? But Liam pointed straight ahead and up to the side of Capra Tower. There, projected beneath the glowing Capra logo, was an image of mourners at Sophie Lamoureux's vigil. They all wore field grids, broadcasting their heartbreak through a cold blue glow. Liam's photo. As tearful and tragic as it was when he sent it to me. Only now it was 100 feet tall. Oh no, Liam. Did they ask permission? Nope, and they've gone and put it on everything. It's on placards, posters, on screens everywhere. It's on the news. It's practically their new brand. Capra and Liam Baird Capsule Collection. I'm so sorry. I am the one who told you to post it. It's not your fault. I mean, end of the day, I was the one who shared it. And even then, they made the choice to take it. It's on me or it's on them. Are you okay? I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm fine technically, compared to a lot of people today at least. But it hurts. Hits me where I live. What are you gonna do? I haven't sorted that out yet. This feels like a violation, not just because they took a photo without asking. Par for the course when you're popular on the internet. People take your stuff. But what happened at the protest showed me what Capra is, and it's bad. What did you see today? It was fine at first. Lots of Sophie's Law supporters, plenty of anti-caps, Radix out in force. But then Capra sent out their troops. Capra has an army now? Seemed like it. It was a group of people all wearing these flashing robot vests. Covered in cameras recording everything and everyone. Seuss suits. It's short for Seuss-valence, data collection, recording, and stuff. What will they think of next? I came out of the tower, and then they dispersed like Capra was releasing the hounds. But they didn't do or say anything except walk through the crowd in these creepy, slow circles. So it was obvious they were there to be spies, capture faces, catalog all the bad behavior. What an awful gig. I felt for them. Most of them were so young, entry level. They'd pop up wherever someone was yelling too loud or trespassing on Capra ground. And they'd stand there like sentinels recording it all. Then, wouldn't you know it, if a RoboVest was there, the cops were only 5 minutes behind. And when people realized that, it was all over. They started going after anyone in those vests. Allie's face popped into my mind. Should I have picked her up? Had she needed help? Did anyone get hurt? Not that I saw, but their equipment definitely took a beating. People were ripping the vests off, smashing them, using them to break windows, burning them. It was like the last straw, not just for Radix people. Everyone was fed up. And so I took pictures of all of it. Those are the ones you should share. Capra doesn't get to hide from the truth. Oh, I will. Do you know what's been happening all day today while I was at the protest? My phone's been blowing up. DMs, press inquiries, interview requests. I've gained nearly 10,000 followers today just because of that photo. Trolls or fans? Both. It's either Capra evangelists thanking me, or anti-caps railing against me. I mean, really railing. Are you okay? Only so many times I can ask that. Not sure yet. It's exactly what I was trying to avoid, but if this is how they want to play, then game on. And I'm going to make them regret giving me a platform. I'll post everything I took today. Yeah. They probably think they did you a favor. Maybe, in a way, they did. There was still echoes of the protest in the streets as we approached Liam's hotel. A woman with gray braids and a sign sticking out of her tote bag. A couple with Radix patches on matching jackets. What do you think it's like for that woman there, with a sign that says Capra Kills? I think it must be hard. Yeah. But imagine, she might have lived her whole life in LO. How does it feel to watch it all change? When she was probably born. When was she probably born? 1980? 1990? She's from way before Capra came in and put their eyes everywhere, switched out the cars, changed the currency. She's lived through so many big disruptions, so many broken social promises. And still here she is, carrying a sign against one more. What must that be like? That's a lot to read into one lady with a sign. I think she's kind of incredible. Cole, I still have, like, at least half an hour to go. I know there's only 3 people watching. I don't care. I'm playing. I'm gonna play whether people are watching or not. He paused for a second like he didn't want to get out of the car. Was he really going to be okay? But he gathered his things and nodded to himself. Right. Time to go finish my vacation. I hope you can still have a decent time. It's good that you're doing this, fighting back. Thanks. Maybe some of this will make a difference. Maybe it won't. At the end of the day, they're Capra, and I'm just a tourist. But I can't very well put my feet up and drink margaritas after this, can I? Took that away from me too. That's what I'm really mad about, you know. They messed with the wrong tourist. That's right. Talk soon? Yeah, talk soon. He snapped a picture of the woman before he slipped inside the hotel. I could totally use a margarita. As I drink my watermelon water. Oh look, the LAPD again. Oh no. I'd seen LAPD's officers on the news before. The cold black screens where their faces should be. I tried to keep from looking back, from moving around too much. From looking as suspicious as I felt. Seeing one in person rattled my nerves even more. Where was I supposed to look? I need to see your license and registration. Right here, of course. Right, of course. I swiped accept on my phone. My ID flashed onto a screen. I was in the system. It says here, Cactus Flats. Yes, that's where I'm from. What's your address, ma'am? I don't have one yet. You don't have one yet. I just moved here. I'm trying to get in touch with my friend. We're supposed to be roommates. So I'll know soon. I just don't know right now. Great job, Lena. Not suspicious at all. Do you know why you've been pulled over? I don't. I don't think I was speeding. You made an illegal pickup designated in a designated capper zone. For my last pickup, that was on the other side of town. How would he have seen me? I was only there for 10 seconds. It had to be that capper car that passed by. I didn't realize. Sorry, I didn't know. Sorry. That's $45 for the AB zone violation. I see your capper cash wallet has the funds. Great, I can just withdraw the coins directly. Wait, a fine and they'd hit my capper cash account? How could they do that? Do you work for... Oh, no. Okay. Okay, I didn't know that. You're new in town. So you're probably not aware of Friends of the LOPD. I'm not. Well, we throw a yearly policeman's ball. It's a great time. Really helps the community. It's an initiative supported by the Friends of the LOPD, a charitable organization made up of citizens like you. I see. Would you be interested in making a donation? If this was how things operated in Los Ojos, did I have to play ball? Folks normally donate about 20 capper cash. I can't. I'm low on cash. Understood. Your fine will be automatically deducted from your wallet. And the violation will appear on your record unless you contest it in court. Any questions? I couldn't put myself in Capper's pocket. Understood. You know, you're really sticking out here on the road. Neocap. Most people use Capra. I felt his words in the pit of my stomach. Drive safe, Miss Romero. I waited until my breathing slowed before I started my car again. My fuel grade was in the deep red, no surprise. All I wanted to do was end a bad day with a good sleep, but thanks to Savvy's disappearing act, that wasn't an option. Either way, though, I had to make up for that ticket. I needed the money, so I needed a Pax. I am the law. $0.99, that's a pretty good deal. $1.10, yeah, I'm going with 99 cents. I have a total of $22. Let's follow up with this doctor. I followed Carlos's directions to his clinic, a little storefront in Frontera, nothing to look at from the outside. Inside was a different story. Do I have a thing for illegal doctors? Is that just who I am now? Now there's the patient I wanted to see today. Patient? Really? Hey. Nice place you have here. Thanks, not really my place though. Nobody really owns it. We're 100% funded by donations, small money only. The community, the patients, me. We all have a hand in keeping this place open for folks. Thanks. You don't know what a relief it is to have these back. I owe you one. You did say something about my field grid. I'll be straight with you, I'm not a believer in those things. Yeah, it's important to be in touch with your feelings, but that in touch? Seems like a prescription for anxiety in itself. A friend gave it to me. I don't think I could throw it away. Well, hold up. Job like yours, I imagine it's stressful. I mean, I know it is. I can see the evidence. I mean, I am bright red. But that's why I asked you to come by. I've got something that can help you get back in the green. What are you talking about? Something that will make me feel happier? Exactly. Is it safe to use? 100%. Is it some weird chemical thing? Nope, totally natural. Aw, he's gonna ask me on a date, guys. I give up. What is it? Well, it's all natural. Yeah, you said that. And it's you, Lena, the Neocab driver, taking a couple minutes out of your busy schedule. Away from all those packs, all their lives and their issues, just leaving all that at the door. And having a drink with me. To spend some time with one Carlos Wong, consistently ranked by national magazines as the most chill, least judgmental guy in LO. And who is here and interested in whatever you may have to say. I'm listening. So we spent almost a full hour, that somehow felt both like 5 minutes and 5 hours at the same time, drinking tea and swapping professional horror stories. Great for my mood, not great for my wallet. At least my packs only spilled their guts figuratively. I think he's an okay guy, who stands an okay chance of ending up in prison. I want to keep talking, but I think my next appointment's about to kick down the door. You know what it's like with dysentery. What? Oh, did I not mention that? Restaurant down in the Steve, Model Village. I'd skip it. Before you go, it's your first time here, so I gotta give you the standard spiel. I told you we're entirely funded by donations, right? Payments for appointments are optional. Always will be. Keeps folks coming in when they need help. Patients who can donate, though, we ask in a very chill way that they think it over. I know it's awkward, but we ask because we believe what we do here is important. If you want to donate, if you don't, that's entirely up to you and there's no judgment coming from here. Wait, Was all that an appointment? Did he only want to see me for an appointment? Was Carlos just my therapist? A sign on the wall suggested a donation of 20 coin for an hour. Honestly, I didn't know this was an appointment. Oh, you're right. I didn't make that clear at all, did I? No, you didn't. I can see how that was confusing. That's my bad. That's on me. Talking to someone is definitely a form of medicine, at least where I sit. And it seemed like it would help you. But honestly, this talk helped me too, so forget about the donation, okay? Good, because I genuinely cannot afford it. Well, maybe I'll come back then. I'd like that. This place will always be here for you too, Lena. And so will I. Oh, back in my car. I wasn't surprised that Risa was alone this time, but I was surprised that she'd called me again. Oh, yes, Risa. Didn't she think human drivers were ticking time bombs or whatever? Hi there. It says you're taking me to Sacred Geometry, right? Sure does. Good. Sorry, just had to make sure since I can't see the nav like in a Capra. Have you heard from Anthony since that last ride? Thankfully not. I don't know what I was thinking with him. Dating men in the tech world is like learning how to joust. It can be useful for academic purposes, but there's truly no practical value for it in today's society. And speaking of that ride, I wanted to apologize. I feel I may have expressed my views in an alienating manner. Well, yes. Although properly tuned machines are proven to have less potential for error than humans, that's not your fault. This apology was off to a bit of a weird start. I'm sorry for reducing you to a component of the ongoing automation conflicts. Thanks, I think. The way you intervened, it made me realize something. I don't interact with real people as much as I used to. Maybe not enough. Is that why you went on that date? Actually, yes, in a way. Everybody at work talked about Meet Cute's innovative algorithm, so I had to test it. After the date went so poorly, I dug into the code and saw how rudimentary it was. All of their data was by user input. They weren't collecting anything. It was disgusting. Any machine is only as good as the data it learns from, which is why I'm here. Terrifying as it may be. So this ride is for science? Research, yes, like any number of iterative processes I do at Sacred G. You work with AI, right? In my work, it's imperative to have enough research. I train AIs to function without mistakes. If I allow for a greater margin of error than is reasonable, dire things could happen. It sounds like your work is really important to you. Yes, it is, to me and to everyone. They just don't know it. Much more than lives are at stake. Does that surprise you? Not at all. Well, did you know this? We can't launch an AI until its margin of error drops to 0.003%. So what does your AI do? Right now, I'm training Sacred Geometry's home care nurse bot. I hate that word. I can see why you're so worried about errors. Exactly. The home care units aren't just companions. They take samples, do basic analysis, dispense medicine, call for services, monitor vitals. And they have acuity and 200 cognition building games. Check. Sounds fun? I like to think it is, yes. Anyway, it's my view that 0.003% is too wide of an error margin to launch. Too much is at stake. But we already have millions of pre-orders. That could be really dangerous. See, you understand my fears. Maybe all I can see is a probability of risk, but I'm not imagining it. Just because no one wants to see it doesn't make it any less real. Anna, if you're talking about who this passenger is, this is the girl who was on the date with the guy, and there was just so much bad tension in the car that she got out and left. That makes perfect sense. Really? Yeah, you're just trying to keep people safe. Thank you for understanding. I've been in the office most days and nights trying chains. Chains? Oh, that's the project code name. It stands for Complete Home Artificial Intelligence Nursing System. Would you say you're in chains? What? Oh, it was just trying to make a joke? What's funny? You know, because you're stressed out and isolated and the name... Oh, okay, I see. Funny. Not funny. Sorry. Anyway, I promised my team I could get the error margin to 0.001% or lower if they agreed to delay the launch by 1 week. This passenger's name is Risa. They did. Now I can't remember the last time I saw daylight. How much time do you have left? 3 days. I'm not optimistic, but I can't give up. What happens if you fail? The company will launch chains at the end of this week, as long as the margin of error is 0.003% or below. If I'm not successful, it's likely there will be some... I've just got to do everything I can until then. I had found Risa tough at first, distant, cold, even arrogant. But now I could see she was actually much different. She was passionate and sincere, and suffocating from her own perfectionism. We're almost there now. Thank you. I know what you're thinking. Everybody's scared of progress, but you can't stop it. Not rationally. Because you can't weigh the cost of a few jobs against the benefits to the world. That's math anyone can do. It's why companies like Capra are succeeding. Ouch. Now I really wasn't in the mood to argue for my livelihood. That said, I'm not one of those people who thinks machines are about to start doing everything for us. You're not? No, and it's important to me that you know this. For now, at least, we still need human trainers like me. And human drivers like me. Well, I wouldn't say I needed you to drive me to work. No? Of course, I could have taken an autocar, as usual. But you didn't. For someone on a tight deadline, she was really lingering in my car. I have to admit that it was pleasant to talk with someone. With you. Call anytime. Thank you, Lena. Have a nice night and drive safe. I watched her take quick, neat steps into the dark office. She moved like a knotted muscle, and it made me anxious. Did I want her to loosen up because I was worried about her well-being? Or because I was worried about my job? It's well after midnight and I'm at my ride quota. I was green in my field grid. I need to push on because I am in the expensive part of town. And I would very much like to get back to my cheap motel. Let's see if this guy gives me more than 3 stars this time. Aganon looked as gloomy as ever as he dropped into the back seat. I was about to ask him about it, but I remembered my last ride with him. And the 3-star rating he gave me. Terrible night, huh? Not as bad as it could be. I'm glad to see you again, Aganon. Seriously, how's your night going? To tell you the truth, I'm mostly tired. You and me both. With respect, you just drive a cab. Which you think is easy? Oh no, you're right. It's not at all exhausting to ferry randos like you all over the city. Constantly negotiating their emotional needs. Now that you mention it, perhaps you should recruit for Midtwopian. Apparently that's exhausting too. I started the Los Ojos chapter of the Cult of the Midtwopian. Did I tell you that already? Well, it's growing fast. 12 neophytes just this month. I told them each to bring a friend, but I didn't really expect them to. Now their friends are bringing friends. We need a bigger meeting place. So it's a lot of work. I can barely keep up. What's the hardest part? Where do I begin? Midtwopian's message has taken a deep hold in Los Ojos. Wormed its way in? Wordplay is a breakdown of traditional etymological barriers. It pleases Midtwopian. But I digress. I thought there might be too much competition here. But with the current political unrest, the Radix blobs materializing in the streets. I think you mean Radix swarms? Yes, now that's a cult. You chose the right town. The senior agonizers were either going to send me here or to Trenton. Have a good night, Cole. But it is truly where I belong. Tonight, I'm distributing brochures at Deadworm something or another, and I have to look at a few new meeting places. Then I'll have 3 different consultations with acolytes. They're advancing through the ranks so quickly. This one, Todd, he's almost on volume 6 of the Book of the Hunger and Hardship. And I don't even have volume 6. I'm going to have to ask Agonizer Portacchio from Seattle to send it. Yikes. But that's not the worst of it. I didn't know if these teachings would really work in Los Ojos. I took a risk. And they did work, and now... His voice shrunk to the tiniest peep. I feel good about it. I bit my tongue. Speak of this to no one! None of my neophytes must know! When I feel good, I deny the pain worm its sustenance. So, just to get this straight, you feel bad about feeling good and helping other people feel bad. That's a bit of an oversimplification of my pain through Metopian's great quivering heart. But yes, more or less. Do you mind if I say something direct? Of course, if you're about to say something that makes me feel bad, thank you in advance. You're being ridiculous. That stings, yes. Hey, I'm not just trying to... Aganon, please. Do you know how many people in this city would love to feel what you're feeling? Like, they're on the right track? Like what they're trying to do is working out even better than they had hoped? You've got that feeling, and if you try to squash it or pretend it doesn't matter... well... you're just fooling yourself. I see. Are you one of those people? Things are definitely not working out as I thought, no. It doesn't matter, but I'd love to feel what you're feeling. He was quiet. Well, I do feel worse now. So thank you. Oh, you feel worse. I didn't mean to... No, truly, thank you. And I'm sorry that you feel you're on the wrong track. Aganon looked out the window as we approached a dark building that looked like it had been a diner at some point. I didn't see too many signs of old LO between all the shiny new construction. We're here. Perhaps I can use this building as a meeting space. You're invited, of course. Or I can leave a brochure. Thanks, Aganon. The air still had that stale French fry smell. It was kind of nice to see the past peeking out. Nice, and also a little bit sad. Still 3 stars. I'm not staying at the Capra Castle. I'm staying at the motel. I will be finished tonight after I get through this night sequence. I couldn't bring myself to turn off the lamp next to the bed. I'd come here for the dreams, and now I was afraid of the dark. Classic. I lost myself in the orange haze beneath my eyelids, and then I knew it was years ago, and Savvy was in my house. She was touching everything, the seashells, the pine cones. I knew that this was the only reason that I was alive. I looked down at my feet, and they were small and perfect, and then I realized that they were hovering above the floor. I was flying, or at least floating in this room with Savvy, and I watched her touch my collection, just waiting for her to notice me. And then it'll turn into a nightmare. But she wouldn't look at me. It wasn't too late for her to try. I wanted to grab her, make her see me, but suddenly I couldn't move. I wasn't floating. I was suspended. I died, frozen in place. When I woke up, the lamp had gone out. So much for that. The sign on the table said the Azteca was out of breakfast. I woke up. The Azteca was out of breakfast. Back to work. Well, that's a great way to start the day. Okay, so that is it for tonight. Welcome, Kira. You made it to the very end of the stream. Yeah, I'm going to be continuing to play this game, which apparently people aren't finding all that enthralling since they're cutting out early, but that's okay. I'm playing these games for myself, and if whoever wants to keep me company is welcome to keep me company, and otherwise I'll just be playing these games. Yeah, today is Sunday. There is a Random Encounters comments live stream on Tuesday, and then the regular replayed stream on Friday. So, I will see you guys probably at the comment stream for RE, which will be on their replay channel where they do all of their live streams on Tuesday. Have a good night, day, whatever time it is for you. Beard salute! Woo!